Elige's time in Faze was a disappointment, especially to us NA fanboys, but I think people went in with the wrong expectations. It's forgotten in the mainstream due to their overperformance at the Shanghai Major, but Faze was quite bad for half of last year, missing playoffs and regularly not being competitive versus the top teams. All this stemmed from Faze's real problem, losing Twists. Twist's stock is quite low right now, as Liquid has sucked pretty much ever since he joined, but when he was on Faze, he was one of the best support players in the game, and Faze was regularly competing for trophies. Frozen, who is a great player in his own right, just wasn't the right replacement for him. He's a little bit more lurky and passive, and has some role clashes with Rops. Losing Twists also seemed to have a bad effect on the mentality of the team, with nearly all of Faze going through big slumps at different points throughout the year. And then of course Faze suffered another blow by losing Rops to Vitality. While Rops was having a poor year by his standards, he is one of Faze's X factors that allows them to be the legendary franchise they are. It's rumored that he requested a player to be changed out, but was denied, and that's why Rops decided to take his talents elsewhere.
He wanted to play with like a team with more firepower, more capabilities. Like the only way he would have been able, that he would really wanted to stay in Faze was if we would have gotten, you know, a high firepower player, and it just wasn't not possible at the time.
I'm putting all this out to paint a picture of just how much of a bad situation Elige was walking into, and that's before we even get into Elige's effect on the team. It's no secret to us who have been following the pro scene for a while, but Elige necessarily isn't the best teammate. I'm not saying he's a bad person or is toxic, just that he doesn't have the greatest mental. And when you're joining a team that's already mentally dejected, it's not a recipe for success. There's also the unresolved problem of more role clashes with his introduction. Faze now had a trio of aggressive riflers in Elige, Kerrigan, and Rain, and people had to be moved around to new positions. Now, this is something that's quite common when introducing a new player. However, with Faze's roster, it just didn't mesh well with the changes. I think a lot of this is how Elige's style of play differs from Faze's. Faze is known for crazy and chaotic rounds, and Elige is the exact opposite. Elige likes controlled rounds with plans in place for every situation. If you've ever played for a team before, you can understand how frustrating it is when players are on completely different pages on how to play. I think Elige would work well in a team like Na'Vi, where he can play under Blade's system, although I'm not quite sure how much they want him. They have their own issues going on over there. I'm actually not sure where Elige will be able to find his next team. He likely won't be going back to Liquid.
He's not going to Liquid.
Yeah, okay, Jason.
He's, I know, he's not. It's the Elige Liquid trade that everyone is like fantasizing about coming is not happening.
So
I just want to throw that out there. And he's talking counter exclusive. It's never been said before officially. I'll say it officially as being part of neither one of the organizations and having talked to none of the players involved in the transfer. It's not happening.
But who used to have an affiliation with Team Liquid as their coach.
Yeah.
Just do with that what you will.
And most of the other top teams don't really need a player in his role. As for Elige's replacement in Faze, Jacob, I don't really hate the move. He plays a lot of the same roles as Elige, however, he's not coming in with his own ideas, so Kerrigan and Faze will be able to mold him to their needs. He's definitely made some boneheaded mistakes in their few series they've played, but that's to be expected from such a raw and new talent. All in all, I think we just ignored the warning signs in Faze when Elige joined, and the glasses have now been ripped off. I don't think Elige is a bad player or is done in the tier 1 scene. Hell, even Kerrigan got kicked from Faze at one point. But for him to reach new heights, he needs to have a break and evaluate.
So Cinemat. Oh, that's cool. Okay, there's the first one, and he's blind. He's looking for help from his teammate's computer bait. Look how blind he is. Oh my god. He has no idea